What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint back at you with another statue unboxing and review. I'm a little bit under the weather, kind of clogged up, so bear with me. But I am really excited to open this piece. This is a keeper. This is the quarter scale custom Sabretooth statue made by the same creative team who did one of my favorite pieces, the Custom Weapon X. This was a private commission that was sculpted by Alejandro Pereira and painted by Carlos Fariza Rodriguez. We're going to go ahead and do an unboxing. We'll assemble the statue and we'll do a review. So stay tuned. Alright, so the art box is just an all plain black box. It does have art graphic on the top of the box with the Sabretooth logo, some blood splatter. It's got a styrofoam box. Let's start taking out some pieces. See what we got here. This looks like the base. We'll show some of the bottom, painted by Carlos Fariza. Like I said, Alejandro Pereira. Nice snow base with a tree log. Here's one portrait out of 3. All right. All right, here's another one. I really like this portrait. My sideshow Sabretooth didn't have like a masked portrait of Sabretooth, which is the Sabretooth I grew up with. And I really like this kind of smirking smile with the whited out eyes. Really cool. Then you have that same portrait with a screaming face, with the mask. Looking really good, y'all. Here we have one of the legs with the snow on the boot, which I really love. And look at all the little blood splatter. He put a lot of attention to detail with the stitching too. Even the fading up on the boot color is nice. So right foot, nice strong peg. All right, here goes another foot. Looking really good. I like it. All right, here goes an arm. All right, so one of his claws. I really like the detail he put on the nails. Looks like bone nails. The other hand. Here's the other arm. All right, nice big body. All right, guys, we got all the pieces on the table. So let's start putting this guy together. All right, we need the feet. All right, very nice. All right, so these do have magnets. All right, guys, here we go. Sabretooth all assembled. He's got a lot of presence to him. I like the size and the mass that the statue has. Much bigger than the Sideshow premium format that we had. The details in the costume and in the paint are awesome, and we'll get to that in a minute. First, let's do a quick character background on Sabretooth. Sabretooth was born Victor Creed, and he first appeared in 1977 in Iron Fist issue 14 as the villain of that issue, which was written by Chris Claremont. He later was written as a Wolverine villain who shares a similar mutant ability with the healing factor, and his claws have also been known to kind of grow at his will. He's much more feral than Wolverine, I would say. He's larger, always calls him Runt. And I believe in Origins, or whatever Origin, he was even written as maybe his brother or something along those lines. And I know in the movies it was depicted as that as well. But one of my favorite Wolverine villains, I always like Sabretooth. And this is going to be the best quarter scale statue that you'll ever see of him. It's actually probably bigger than quarter scale. This commissioner likes to kind of do somewhere in the middle between 1/3 and 1/4, which I prefer as well. So sculpted by Alejandro Pereira. I like how he sketches his name in the back. Sculpted in 2018. That's pretty cool. He did that Weapon X. He did XM Studios Cable. So he's done some unlicensed and some licensed stuff. I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised with some of the seams that I'm seeing in this piece, and I don't know if it's something that I just gotta play with, but I'm noticing some seams where his legs connect to the boots on both legs, especially back here you can kind of see. and where the gloves meet the forearm, it almost looks like something with the sculpt was off with that. I don't know what happened there. Maybe that was meant to be like that because that's how the glove is supposed to look. I don't know. But that didn't really look right to me. There's a pretty ugly seam where his arm meets his shoulder on his left arm. And again, I don't know if that's because, the paint that's on it. This was sold as an unpainted kit, so it was just all gray, right? Just polystone. And you had to send it off to somebody else to go ahead and paint it. So, like I said, I sent it off to Carlos Fariza Rodriguez, who did a great job. And he's shown some other examples, and I kind of wanted to be very specific with mine. Some of the other ones had the 70s comic look where his mane and his hair on his wrists and boots were gray, and the hair on his head was blonde. And I'm not really a fan of that. I think it kind of clashes. So I requested that he do all the hair to be the same color. But I did want to keep the bone claws. I know this look is traditionally with black claws, but he does it so well that I figured it would be a disservice to not have that. I did request a little bit of snow on the boots and some blood on it to kind of match with the Weapon X Wolverine since it's a similar base. And he did that, man. He did the blood on the snow, on the boots, on his knee. I mentioned this with the unboxing, but Carlos really took a lot of time to make those little paint stitchings along the boots, man. That was a really nice touch. And on the wrists as well. I like the similar stripes like Brown Wolverine has on his thighs. It's basically the same vibe as the Brown Wolverine costume. The sculpt is good, though. I don't know what happened when it came to the engineering of the statue. Again, it could be something I'm doing wrong. I don't want to break anything. But, like, the muscle details look really good, like in his torso and on his sides. It looks crazy. I like the mane. The mane looks really good. I think that the portraits are awesome, right? So I showed you guys on the unboxing. This is the mask portrait with him screaming, which I'm definitely enjoying. The one with the smirk is very nice as well. And on both of those portraits, it makes his hair much smaller. Because I guess, he's got that mask on his head. Kind of like that Gambit mask just on the temples. And he did a really good job as well, like on the portraits, right? Like shiny teeth and gums and shiny tongue. The skin tones look good. His whited out eyes have like a little bit of red outer bloodshot kind of vibe. Then you have his like no mask portrait with pupils. Same kind of mouth sculpt, but with a lot more hair. And it does look really good too. I think it really complements the mane when you have the hair like that on there. So definitely not going to box up any of these portraits. I'll be slipping these out, switching them out every so often. But yeah, I definitely love this piece, man. Let's go ahead and pair it up with Weapon X and just see what they look like together. I definitely got to have them together because they're larger in scale. If you put like that Weapon X next to the Sideshow Wolverine, forget it. It dwarfs it. So why don't we go ahead and put it up in the final resting place there. Alright guys, here is Wolverine and Sabretooth paired together at the top of the PAX unit. I think they look very good together. I don't know if I'm going to keep them on that side of each other or not, but they definitely scale well. They definitely complement each other. Similar rock snow bases. And they look great, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Drop me a like on the way out. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Peace.